Hello, Buffalo. This is Robin DiAngelo sending my support and condolences to the Jefferson Avenue top supermarket community in light of the devastating racist killings that just recently took place there. And unfortunately, what this shows us is that white supremacy and systemic racism are enduring systems. They're highly adaptable. They keep on keeping on. We are not post-racial, and we can never let our guard down. We can never think we have done enough or know enough. And in light of that, you are very fortunate to have a brilliant activist and educator in your midst who has been working hard to address white supremacy in the Buffalo area for many, many years, and that is Nanette Massey. I have had the honor to be invited to come physically to Buffalo and to be with you and to co-lead with Nanette an all-day session at Canisius College to look at systemic racism, white supremacy, and our role in it. Each and every one of us plays a role. We are inside the system. None of us are outside of it. And it's on us to work to identify what that role is and to interrupt it. That will be our goal and our objectives for that workshop. It's going to take place on November 5th. We hope to offer you new ways to think about systemic racism, to address systemic racism. We need to go beyond just taking in information or enjoying insight. Information and insight, of course, are foundational. Without them, we don't change our behaviors. But without changing our behaviors, insight is functionally meaningless. So we hope that this is an invigorating, healing day and that folks leave with very concrete next steps. To register, go to NanetteDMassey.com. Thank you.
I am from Buffalo, New York. I'm 50-something. And I grew up in the middle of school busing. I lived on the east side of Buffalo, and one day they told me, get on this bus, you're going to school 81, it's at Delaware and Tacoma. And I said, okay, And I just thought, okay, they told me to get on that bus, so I did. That's all I knew, I had no idea that I was in the middle of this huge social experiment, and the entire country was holding its breath. I mean, I had no clue, So, and then my mom came from a different era, so she had a completely, so I'm around white kids, we're growing up. All my teachers are the children of the age of Aquarius, So this is normal. This is like, oh, this is a day in the life for me. My mom was having a completely different experience. It wasn't until I was in my late 20s that I realized I was 2 years old while she watched Martin Luther King get shot on TV. So for us, we were learning that as history. For my mother, that was as prescient as 9/11 is for us today. And the idea that kids are studying 9/11 in school like it's history, you get what I'm saying? So, like I said, I really had no idea that, so my mom and I were coming from two completely different places. She was trying to tell me, don't trust white people, this, that, this, they're not your friends, yada, yada, yada. And I'm looking at her like, but they're my friends, And all my white teachers are nice, and they're all teaching me that I can be all that I can be, and everything's equal, and opportunity is great, and all that stuff that that you're talking about that happened a long time ago, but it doesn't happen anymore. And so that's what I grew up in the middle of, and I grew up believing it. But I never wanted to be a black writer. I never wanted to be pigeonholed to black issues. But during Obama's first run, I saw that we were really in the middle of desperately trying to have a real conversation about race, and nobody knew how to do it. And I felt like, I felt like I could step into that and I had something to offer. So, anyway, so that's my story. I'm sticking to it.